All right. I assume I'm going to be asleep when some of you guys have these problems, but I've had a few people, more than a few people, ask me about these two problems. So I am just going to do a quick video to do a few of these so that you can look at them to see if you've got some issues. Okay, so I'm trying to make it quick. So remember that z-scores, I'm going to do this one here. So remember that the z-score formula is, what is it? The value minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. Oh, that's a p, but you know what I'm saying. Here, I'll be like super there. Standard deviation. Okay, so that's our z-score. Sometimes we use this to find a z-score, and then sometimes we use it to find a value. We use it in two different ways. Pretty straightforward for things like 70. For range, it's pretty straightforward. Also, just not intuitive, I guess. So what you have to do here is you just have to find the z-score of the 73 and the 88, and they'll find a z-score range. So here's the value range. You just need the z-score range. So this one would be 73 minus 85 over 5, and then which is negative 2.4. And then it would be 88 minus 85 over 5, which is 0.6. So this particular answer, the interval, you could do the interval. You could just do the normal range, just written like this. It really doesn't matter in this thing. So it's negative 2.4 comma 0.6, or you could have just put a dash like we did here. Okay. Something like this, same idea here with the interval. So for this particular interval, we have, you're just going backwards. So the other three problems, the other three problems of this section of part B, you do individually the same way. So you're just using the z-score formula backwards. No one really gave me a question on this one, but I just want to make sure you understand. So this is a z-score interval, and you need to give me the actual score interval. So this would be negative 3 equals, you don't know what the value is, you could put x there. I'm just putting v for value. But then you have your mean divided by your standard deviation. So then you're going to cross multiply, and you'll get negative 15 equals v minus 85. Add 85. And you get 70. So the first part of the interval is 70. You could write it like this, or you could write it like this. That's what I was trying to say in the last problem. It doesn't really matter. And then doing it the same thing the other way, you just take the 2. 2 equals x minus 85 over 5. Cross multiply, solve. I just don't feel like doing it. X is going to be, I'm a really good teacher. X is 95. You know how to do it. I just want to make sure you're clear. So you would cross multiply, solve. Okay, and then the last one that's a little confusing is number 4. Is it 4? No, it's 3. Bam. I knew it was the top of the page. Okay, sorry. So so this one you have Johnny took test B. Johnny took test B, and he scored in an interval between 80 and 87. So you have to use this information, and you find the z-score for 80 and 87. So when we do that, this is test B for Johnny. So it's 80 minus 73 over 7 equals 1. Sorry, that's 80. And then 87 minus 73 over 7, which is 2. So Johnny was in a range of 1 standard deviation to 2 standard deviations. So my friend took test A, which had a mean of 75 and a standard deviation of 5. So what you need to do is you need to take it and go backwards, just like we did on the part B of that other problem. Okay, so we use test A's information up here with the mean, and we use these two standard deviations. So it would be 1 equals x minus 75 over 5, and this one, we want it to be 2. So 2 equals x minus 75 over 5. You probably could figure this one out in your head because it's really not, 5, one standard deviation of 5 would have to be 80. So anyway, it would be 5 equals x minus 75. I didn't leave myself room. So add 75 and you get 80. So for this one, when we cross multiply, we get 10 equals x minus 75. So x is going to be 85. So our range for test A, to get in the same range as Johnny, would be 80 to 85. I hope this helps. Have a good day.